government put in place to ensure that this basic learning exchange is expanded to the rural areas? Because now if you check around in this conference room, I'm probably not seeing students from the rural areas.
One of the things that happens when education is not equitable, where access is missing, is that you exclude kids who need it the most. And so when the president brought the free quality school education, which included an additional year in pre-primary, before 2018, pre-primary education was not covered by the government of Sierra Leone. If you look, it's called the 6334, 6 years primary. And this government brought an additional 1 year minimum. We do support in many instances 3 years. And you saw that there was an expansion in the number of pre-primary schools, including the number of pupils who are enrolled. The school feeding is for pre-primary and primary education. And most of those happen in rural areas. So when we speak about radical inclusion, it's about bringing access both in classrooms, but also just learning materials. And we built well over 100 pre-primary classrooms over the last couple of years. And I think it's important for us to know that radical inclusion is not just theory for us. It's that we're very intentional as a government and as a ministry to ensure that we are pragmatic in how we deliver quality education. So the integrated early childhood education policy speaks and focuses directly on inclusion at the rural level. The kinds of processes and programs we deliver, how we deliver early childhood education, is also targeted at the urban and rural levels. The way we include aunties and uncles and volunteers and mother groups as well. So we are very intentional about including kids in rural areas for the programs that we do at the policy level, at the programmatic level, and the interventions we do.
Okay. The UNICEF representative, Cecilia Balde, brought up something I have always thought was crucial during the panel discussion: the use of our native language in the classroom, which per study will hasten learning. Do you think this is important?
This government has always promoted the use of local languages in education. In fact, in our policies that's been drafted since 2010 and way before that in our education sector plans, we do encourage the use of local languages by teachers when they are teaching concepts to kids. We all do that at home. The kids don't know the words that they need to know in English for them to understand concepts. So we do encourage teachers, particularly when it's explaining fundamental concepts that require understanding, critical thinking, that they're able to use their local languages.
Okay, how soon do you anticipate this endeavor to be completed?
I think for us, it is important that when we speak about the 5 C's, critical thinking, creativity, civics, computational thinking, and comprehension, it's not a quick fix. This is how we will change this country. The literacy rate for Sierra Leone is about 52% now, but the adult female rural literacy rate is less than 10. When we do the future studies in Sierra Leone, and if you look at the age 15 to 25, that number will be higher. There'll be more literate kids. Our goal is that by the time these babies, these 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, when they are in a place where they can be evaluated, that Sierra Leone's literacy can be in the 80-90%, and that's possible. So it's not a quick fix, and that's why His Excellency has his framework and vision. But we have to stay the course, and we have to be committed that these investments that we're doing in education must be maintained. These policies that we have must be implemented, and these programs have to be has to follow through. So we're very excited and hopeful about the future.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Minister.